breaking news. 50 Cent responds to Jim Jones dissing him on The Breakfast Club. Lil Baby's attorney, Drew Findling, speaks out about his ATL police situation. Sit back, get the morning gossip, from The Breakfast Club in unique Mecca audio. You know what it is, unique Mecca audio, man. We got The Breakfast Club here this morning. They got the 50 Cent responds to Jim Jones, Lil Baby's attorney. Let's get right in it. I don't want to make this long. I want to get to the point. Just give y'all what's going on with 50 and the Lil Baby situation. So let's get it popping. All right,
y'all. So last hour we talked about Baby, and I gave y'all some more details, but I did want to mention Drew Findling, who is Baby's attorney, did send me a statement on this. He did not address the arrest warrant, but he says the part of the press conference on Wednesday by the Atlanta Police Department that made an obvious reference to Dominique Jones was completely and total nonsense. To say that he couldn't shoot a music video in his hometown, a place that he loves and has continued to uplift, is disgraceful. Even more, the location for a major music video shoot is a decision made by a professional team. It is not a decision made by any individual. Bringing his name into a conversation regarding a terrible crime for which he had absolutely no involvement in is unprofessional, unethical, and shameful. Dominique is devastated about the situation because those children came from the same neighborhood he did, and he will continue to build up his community in any way he can.
Could you believe that the Atlanta police, that's why I aired that yesterday. Go check out the video I did yesterday where I spoke on that, where the Atlanta police said that he shot a video where he didn't belong. Since when there's areas that we don't belong in the eyes of the police and the citizens? Because he's allegedly caught up in this gang situation, now they're reaching and trying to pull him into a situation that happened the day of his shooting that he might not have had anything to do with. But that's what's so crazy. Sit back, man. If you youngins don't understand that they reaching for you, they coming for you, and they want you, I don't know what to tell you. This man tried to go back and shoot a video in his neighborhood to uplift the community, put the hood that he grew up in the video and put him in the spotlight and all of this. Now, it makes you don't even want to go back to your community. The police is even saying don't go back to your community. How crazy can you get? What times did I walk into? When I left in 1993 to go serve my 26 years out of my life sentence, none of this was going on. You go anywhere. The police would never tell you don't go here, don't go there. If they catch somebody in a drug neighborhood, that's one thing. They tell you don't come in a drug neighborhood. You know what I mean? Because we know you're trying to buy drugs. But as far as pulling over in a drug neighborhood to go in the store to go buy a pack of cigarettes or soda or whatever, they would never tell you nothing like that. But it's new day, new time. Let's keep it moving.
I'm not even a lawyer, and my dumb ass know that.
Yes,
that's why I said
absolutely.
It just felt like a reach to connect him to something like that over shooting a music video.
Right.
Even if it is in a rival hood. I don't even know what that means, but even if it is in a so-called rival hood.
Well, we will continue to follow it, but I did want to get that in because Mr. Findling sent that over for us because he saw our report yesterday. But moving on, so we had Jim Jones on the show, and Jim Jones talked about a lot of stuff. It was a great interview, but he talked about a potential versus with 50 Cent, and 50 Cent has responded. Let's take a listen to what Jim Jones said first.
It has platinum records, gold records, #1 records. It's not too many in New York.
I got more solo records than most of them that really hit. Remember that. In New York City, it's gonna be hard. I would say that for anybody.
You know, on the record,
sounds like he want to do one with 50 Cent. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like Jim.
Nah, I don't want to do nothing with that sucker. You heard? Leave him out the conversation.
You did that on purpose.
No, I
He
didn't.
did. Don't
No,
start.
because he said a rapper.
No.
He said New York, and that's the only one that has a
I
catalog.
low key was thinking it. I just didn't want to say it. So after that, I knew.
And they
50,
chopped it up because I said Fabulous first. I said Fab first, and then I said 50. But
But
yeah.
the people are reacting most to the 50 Cent because we know the obvious issue with Jim and 50. 50 Cent responded.
What's the obvious issue with 50 Cent and Jim Jones? Put it in the comments, please. Put it in the comments.
And he said he posted the clip of the interview, and his caption says he has the emoji eyes. Delusional Jomo only got one song, Ballin', written by Max B. Better shut up before I have true life chasing you around the city again. Then he said, effing punk. So I don't know if that sounds like he wants to do the verses or not, but basically you done started some trouble.
50 was clear, I think, before where he said he didn't want to do the verses, right? He said he wasn't doing verses. He said it wasn't beneficial to him.
Yeah, I mean, but I think anybody would tune in. I would tune in for that one.
Nah,
I think it would be a great verse.
Jim Jones, 50 got way too much commercial smashes. For Jim, it's people like Styles P.
Fabulous.
I think Fab got too many commercial smashes too. Like Jim makes a lot of great
Jadakiss.
hip hop. Jadakiss got too many commercial smashes too.
But he got a lot of street records too.
Dang, you don't got no faith
I
in
think
Jim.
Jim and Styles would
Word.
be fantastic. Two street artists who make that type of street music. I think they would be good in a versus.
Well, we won't get. I mean, we might get to see the other ones. We ain't going to get to see 50, but maybe something will come of this because that clip is going crazy online, as well as a few others.
And I don't want to see two cancers on stage.
You don't want to
50
see
and
that.
Jim. Like, there's no telling where
50
that could
Cent's
go.
a cancer too?
Yeah, there's no telling where that could go. Yeah, he's a cancer too.
Oh,
there's
my
no telling
God.
where that could go. I don't want to
Makes
see
sense.
that.
We know where it would go, and we don't want to see that, especially on television.
I don't want to see that.
Well, in other news, Stephon Diggs. We've been talking about him a lot lately, but this is a different type of story involving.
Who do you think would win the verses between Jim Jones and 50 Cent? Put it in the comment. I want to see what you got to say. But like he said, 50 got a lot of commercial hits, and Jim Jones is street gritty and raw, Let's hear what's going on with Stephon.
Him and a young woman. So he is suing one of his exes, a woman named Mulan Hernandez. So he just filed a lawsuit against her. He's accusing her of assaulting him and threatening to torpedo his career and attempting to extort him for millions of dollars. So he says in documents that he filed this week that he had a casual relationship with her for a few months. And one day she showed up at his apartment around 6 a.m. back in June of 2024 after she was out partying. And allegedly she began to aggressively berate him. He stated that she entered his gaming room and ignored his instructions when he told her to leave. And despite his attempts to defuse the situation, she continued to go off on him. Eventually, he says that she shifted her focus to his possessions. So she destroyed one of his PCs, a $130K watch, and even tossed his phone in the toilet. She was really upset. Ooh.
What would y'all do, male and female watching this? What would you do if, your significant other or somebody you just dealing with, a female or a male or whatever, if you're a female, and they come in and you tell them to get out your room and they telling you no, then they start getting irate and start breaking up your things. How would you respond to that? Put it in the comments and give us your guidance. All right?
Then Diggs says that she allegedly punched him in the chest several times and said, "You won't be playing this year," which he took as a threat to his pro career. He eventually left the home after she refused to leave. And he says that he proceeded to distance himself from her following the incident. And after several attempts to she tried to connect with him but couldn't. She tried to resort to extortion. And she tried to do this using one of her homegirls. And this is, I guess, a homegirl that was also present during the altercation. Now, he says that she visited a hospital initially that evening for nausea and vomiting after falling due to a wet floor in the kitchen. But then on June 14th, she went to a different provider and she claimed she had she said she had similar symptoms after being punched in the back of the head with a closed fist. Diggs says that he has never put his hands on her and says that any physical contact that did happen was out of self-defense.
He covered his ass with that one. Any physical contact that happened is out of self-defense, but you didn't put your hands on him. Just caught that.
He also says they had no contact with her leading up to the second doctor's visit, that she's claiming that she was physically assaulted. And he's also claiming that she's tried to extort him for millions, and he's hoping that this lawsuit is going to put an end to it. So,
If she's tried to extort you for millions, why was you still trying to hit it and had her in your game room? Was the nana or the throat that good?
I thought that this lawsuit was interesting because normally with athletes, it's the other way around. So I thought that this was an interesting lawsuit because it's him basically trying to protect himself in this and trying to, I guess, like quiet the noise so she can kind of back up off him. He's suing both women actually for trespassing, intentional infliction of emotional distress, assisting or encouraging, aiding and abetting of conspiracy. And he's also suing Hernandez for assault and conversion. He's seeking relief of over $250,000, but no more than $1 million. So he
trying to get the bag out here. He's trying to shake her up so she don't try that again.
He is saying do not play with him.
Get your money, King.
All right, so where we at? So now we done heard the Breakfast Club Little Morning Review, give y'all something to catch up on, talk about 50 Cent response to Jim Jones, you know what I mean, the Verzuz joint, you know what I mean? Who do you think would win with 50 Cent and Jim Jones in the Verzuz? And then Lil Baby's attorney, Drew Findling, he speaks out about the Atlanta police. Can you believe that the Atlanta police actually said that he wasn't allowed to be there? Since when the police tell you where you can and can't be? I'm just a little confused at that. But what do you think is going on, or what do you find most interested about the 50 Cent Big Meech beef and Little Meech and Rick Ross? And put it in the comments, man. I'm going to do a live about this later on. But right now, I just want to tap out. Make sure you subscribe to my daughter's YouTube channel at Unique Mecca Audio TV. Juanita Mecca Audio, Juanita Mecca Audio, Juanita Mecca Audio, Juanita. All right?
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26, yeah. Heat back on the strip, getting back in the mix. Yeah. What he mentions a gift. Bruh. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Real. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Yeah. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Real. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca Audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spin a couple bands on the dapper Dan. You eat back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. Baby horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend a ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours. So we can get back to the